To say that the cost of living in Nigeria high is to say the obvious. Where prices of basic commodities are hitting the rooftops, the income of many are more driving. Many Nigerians will tell you that things have never been this bad in the country. Watchers of the Nigerian economy will tell you that the cost of basic items, especially food, skyrocketed immediately after the removal of the subsidy on petrol, shortly after the inauguration of the Tinubu Administration. How are Nigerians coping with the hard times? What should the government do more to bring down the cost of items? These and more are some of our questions we shall try to provide on the conversation. Welcome, I'm Beatrice Okimwale, and I will be your host. We will be talking about the rising cost of living in Nigeria and the standard of living. And I have with me here two amazing guests. Mr. Bright Chkuwnasho, I hope I got it, a tech journalist. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Also, I have Mr. Emmanuel Adebayo, a music producer. You're welcome on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for coming. So today we're talking about the standard of living. So as Nigeria be treating you, let's even start from where? Mr. Bright.
First of all, let me correct you on my surname.
Oh.
My name is Chkuwnasho.
All right, Chkuwnasho.
All right, the meaning is God has opened.
Oh,
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. So, the question was it for me or for him?
It was for you exactly.
Okay. So, you're asking how Nigerians will treating us.
Yes.
So far, so good. The economy has been biting. When I mean by biting, the economy has taken a lot of us off balance, but we still remain. You know, God has a way that He has created Nigerians, and we Nigerians, and He made us strong to survive in hard times, no matter what, and we keep surviving.
Okay, so you have been surviving in this hard times because it's obvious that Nigeria is going through a lot economically. Yes. Okay, so Mr. Adebayo, how is the standard of living? How is it for you?
Well, I would say so far so good. It has not been easy for the citizens, that's the Nigerian people, but we hope that this, the regime will play a vital role in the life of people because, more unemployed youth out there, more homeless people out there. We can't say we are not seeing it. Okay. We are all seeing it, despite that the governments tend to pretend that all is well, and it will be well. We believe that, but the truth is that there are still people that are suffering regardless. The suffering is based on levels in this country.
Suffering is based on levels.
The one that has been employed, the one that have been employed are still complaining, not talk of the ones that are yet to get something doing. So I feel we still need to do more on our way of living in this country.
Okay, yeah. So to you, the standard of living is not only surviving, it's like you are striving to make it better. Wow, that's what I mean. So what are the standard of living in Nigeria generally? How high can you say it is? What are the indicators, Mr. Emmanuel, that it's very high?
I would say part of, the way things are and how it has been from day one. I witnessed the early 90s. Okay. I saw the way things are being done. That time when we were going to school, they would give us, I think it's called 50 kobo. Yeah, 50 kobo, 1 naira. And I think we'll buy rice and beans of 2 naira. Now this is below 5 naira.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, this is below 5 naira. So compared to now, even as per that time, a lot of people were complaining that things are difficult, this, that. I remember when 100 naira was being made. I remember when 50 naira was created. Was 200 naira, 500 till the highest money we have now. Now the standard of living, it has so far so good. It has not really, helped the citizens because a lot of people have died of hunger. Coming from, when I was privileged to understand what Nigerian is. Now, this standard of living has not really, help in a way. I would say it's getting more difficult for
day
people
by day
for people to blend in the system. And I feel for you to, be a good governance, you being a good government, you should implement the place of where people can really feed, like an average person can feed. When hunger is being elevated, it's being taken away from, way of living, there will be little complaints, because they says an angry man, an hungry man is an angry man. So you can't expect your citizens to be happy when they are hungry. So exactly. A lot of imbalancing, in this system that has been, growing day by day. And one thing about Nigerians is that we easily adapt. So take the food of 2 naira before to 5,000 naira, we adapt. No, that's the kind of people we are. We easily adapt to, stages and things. Okay. So I feel the government should do more, because if you see where we have been coming from, that people are even complaining before that, these things are hard, to now, we found out that there's no, we can't say it's a progressive thing. We can't say we are moving forward.
But just like you said about that adaptability, Mr. Bright, he said Nigeria adapts easily. Is it really a good indicator? Because I'm currently asking about the good indicators of the standard of living, the cost of living that we are. But you first said we are surviving. He said, even though we are surviving, some people are still thriving in it. That's why he said there are levels to the suffering. You understand? Which means some are still thriving in this at times. But you mentioned that adaptability. So, Mr. Bright, is adaptability a good indicator with this cost of living? Should we continue adapting? Since we can adapt, like Nigeria can adapt, it's really, really nice for us. Is it a good indicator? And what other more indicators can you give to us?
I feel like Nigerians find comfort in poverty. And, no, that's true. We find comfort in poverty. And because they find comfort in poverty, they fail to take some necessary steps which they ought to do. This is the only country where the government can wake up, implement a policy without thinking about the citizen. Yes. And the policy stands. They don't think about it. And at the end of the day, Nigerians flow with it. For instance, fuel skyrocketed to almost 1,000 naira. And in 1 week, 2 weeks, people shouted, now, are we not used to it?
Everybody now buy fuel. Everybody still buy fuel.
They find comfort in poverty. Now, the economy today, in fact, the two major issues we're having, you see our oil sector, that is oil, mineral resources, economy, oil sector, that is mineral resources, economy, and food. If these three things can be handled, for instance, when, just like with what Mr. Emmanuel said, in his time, when money was variable, Nigerian currency was variable. Imagine 50 kobo, what 50 kobo can buy? 5 naira. I remember a day my dad was telling me that he built his house, the first house he built in the village, he bought cement at the rate of 5 naira. Cement was 5 naira. Wow. Now, how much is cement now? Now, our government has failed in the area of aiding our economy. How can, in the immigration sector and export, a friend of mine that imports from China, he tells me that when he imports, when he goes to China, buys goods and come back, and he wants to clear off his goods from the warehouse, from the wharf of immigration, he will have to, sometimes you have to change some currency to dollar for you to be able to pay in Nigeria. So tell me why our naira won't devalue. Tell me why people
in Nigeria is using dollar to make payments.
So in a situation whereby even some of our oil sector, they make exchange with dollars. They don't do it naira.
Yes.
Do you understand? And it's becoming an issue. It's becoming a problem. Now, if our economy can be sorted, whereby we need to return back to the way naira was before. Naira was valued. If you have Nigerian currency, imagine Niger Republic, imagine Ghana. Now, see, this is more than naira now. Ghana, the Niger money is more than. No, it was not so before. It was not so before. So we need to go back. Sometimes I ask myself, we have great experts, world experts, likes of Ekonji-Iweala, that works in World Economy, World Bank, what are they doing to put these things in place? They knew in their time. Sometimes you feel like our present fathers don't want the progress of this young generation, because in their old time everything was okay. There was free education for them, things were easy for them to access. Now coming to our own present time, we are struggling to get it.
Exactly. Even with the privileges that we now enjoy now,
I'm sorry to say, most of our politicians today, their education was free. Yes, the education was free. Today, education, you can't even, a child of primary school is paying school fees of almost what a university student should pay. So imagine how expensive things are becoming. And if you say, okay, you want to go to the government school, what is there? When you go to government school, you even know that my child is not supposed to be here because of the way the environment is, the way the system is over there. If these things can be put in place, let's return back to the way Naira. Let's give our Naira value. Any foreigner that is coming to Nigeria should pay exchange with Naira. You can't go to China and pay with Naira. You must change your money to China currency. You must change your money to US currency. So we need to make our foreigners, when they come to Nigeria, they should change their currency to Naira. By so doing, Naira will become valuable again. Our mineral resources, we need to start checkmating people that does the exchange rate. In fact, if you keep talking about the problem of Nigeria, you will get angry.
You're talking about this, mineral resources. I study geology. At least I'm familiar with that aspect. This country is blessed, so blessed that we would have been one of the best country in the world, right? Because we have everything that it takes for a country to be better. Now, mineral resources, we have coal, we have where this oil. Now we own all these mineral resources, and still yet we still buy things
from outside
higher value, like cement you mentioned. Now cement products are being found here. Crude oil, we own it, but now we are the one that is suffering of. And don't get me wrong, a lot of countries that is outside there, we supply them crude, whether legal or illegal. Yes, we supply them one way or the other, and they still enjoying these things more than we that owns it. So I feel our conscience needs to be checkmate. I am a Christian, and I'll always put the things of God in whatsoever I say.
Yes.
Let them always checkmate themselves. Like, God should always check your motive towards anything you are doing, any position you might find yourself, because God has placed you in a position not because of He loves you that much, but because He loves people. Now, so if you maltreat people, remember that there is there's always time for everything. After your days on earth, you definitely go and meet your Maker. So what I'm saying in essence is that our leaders should come back to their senses. Yes, I believe everybody has a sense of humor. So come back to your senses and do what is right. You can't say you've not seen what is happening in this country. You can't say, oh, you didn't hear of you didn't hear of the killings. You didn't hear of people sleeping under the bridge. I was just passing this morning coming to work, and I saw a young guy under the bridge.
Wow.
Young guy. Now it's not all of them that mad, maybe due to drugs and all that. A lot of them are just, they find themselves in that position. They are homeless. So let us understand the place of, we know some countries, in short, almost all the countries, they have people like that and all that, but their system is still better. We should understand how system work. We should implement system that governs even the people in power. You understand? Because you cannot implement a law that you are above of.
That's right.
That's why we see that a lot of them, they do what they like. They whatsoever that pleases them, that's what they do. Why? Because it's favoring them.
Exactly.
If not, why can one person embezzle money that can change a whole state and nobody's talking about it? And from that money again, you will still bail yourself. Like, this country is so funny. Sometimes I just sit there, I just think that, like, are we joking in this place or something? Or they take us as, oh, these people don't really know what they're doing, or they don't have brain. Maybe they are chickens that they don't have brains. Like, let's understand the place of humanity. When there's this conscience in you, you understand that, oh, I have a target, that I have people to help, I have people to do these things for, because your legacy will never die. Whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing, your legacy will still remain. So, as our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now, as he is now on power, this moment can never be forgotten.
Exactly.
So everything that happened in your time, your season, no, they won't forget it. History will remind people of it. So let's do well to do the things that are necessary, and help your citizens out. Take us out of poverty, because people are suffering whether we like it or not. There are still people that have not eaten now in this country. Exactly. There are people that don't have home now in this country. Exactly. And there are people that even have the home. Demolition came and took them out of it. A lot of crazy things happening. So let's understand the place of standard living. When we say something is standard, it means it's up to the target of or expectation of people in that vicinity.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so talking about the subsidy on petrol, do you think it is the right thing to do, just like the way they removed the petrol subsidy? So what did you guys think about? Do you think it's the right thing to do? Because since they removed that petrol subsidy, some people have been complaining, just like you said earlier on, that we are managing. Adaptability is one of the cogent thing, that's one of the important things that Nigeria know how to do best. But despite that, some are still using the whole of them to get this fuel subsidy. And since the fuel subsidy, it has affected every other sectors in life, like from food, from even to health. It has, because of this. So what do you think? Is it a right thing that they remove the fuel subsidy, or is it a bad thing? Although our president said it's for the good deed. But we are not seeing it. But what did you feel about that, Mr. Albert?
I won't say that the president did a bad thing by removing the fuel subsidy. In fact, it was part of his manifesto when he was campaigning. He said once he come into power, he removed the fuel subsidy. So where my problem is I think the only person that didn't say he will remove fuel subsidy in his manifesto was the SDP presidential candidate, that is Adebayo. He was the only other presidential candidate. They said they will remove fuel subsidy. Now, the question is not you removing the fuel subsidy. The question is, what are the plans you've laid on the ground before removing the fuel subsidy? Because as a country, Nigeria, we're not supposed to be paying for that. No. That's still not this highest cost.
Because things even took worse after the fuel subsidy.
Now, before the president, you were just inaugurated, and you've not sat for at least, even if it's 1 month in office, before removing the subsidy. You removed the fuel subsidy. That moment, just that statement, what is the problem we are passing through now? It didn't even reach up to 24 hours.
Yes.
Food skyrocketed, the fuel pump price skyrocketed, everything. Do you understand? If the president didn't say fuel subsidy is gone, we will still be at least at a minimum level of suffering. Now, I'm serious, we'll be at the minimum, but because of that statement alone, because I'm sorry to say this, a lot of Nigerians are wicked, and they do things just without conscience. They do things like someone will go to market now. You buy these goods of 5 naira. You will come and be selling that goods 15 naira. Imagine the margin of gain. I've seen people that will go buy things, and you'll still be swearing that he didn't make any gain from this thing. Now, tell me, what concerned the statement the president made on the day he had an inauguration and the prices that was skyrocketed? Somebody that sells garri in the market, tell me, are you using anything to do your garri? Do you need a machine? In fact, the
means of transportation too.
That is what you say. That is what you say. It's still part of the problem. It's still part of the problem. This morning, the president made a statement, said all food prices should be slashed. As he made the statement, it's just an official statement.
How is it going to happen?
If you go to market now, it's not implemented now. The government lacks the place of checks and balances. They will just make a decision. They'll say, we've said that security should be at this post every 24 hours. Nobody is going there to check if they are actually there. So the Nigerian problem is, leadership is about governance. And when we talk about governance, we are talking about democracy. Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. If you are not coming to lead the people, you are just coming for your own selfish interests, you are not a leader. Just someone who just wants to gratify his selfish ambition. Now, when you are coming for the people, you will know of a truth. You are coming for the people. When are we going to still have a likes of Yaradua that forgot about himself and put people at front? Yes, he was persecuted for that. He was said all manner of things. And they say better people not the last. Obviously, the winners are. So these are the things, like, I think our president should do better. The president is trying his best, but he should do better. There should be secret task force that should go to market and checkmate this. Now, president has also talked about fuel pump price should go down. Now, if it's still the same, because the task force that was sent are not working. Do you understand? That's why somehow I kind of like the minister of FCT. When he delegates you on a matter, if you are not active, he will tell you, he will remove you. Do you understand? Exactly. You need to put people that
really work.
That wants to work.
Okay.
No, there's a place of you are working and you want to work. There's a place of I give you this job, and you are willing to do the job. Not that I'm just giving you this job. Just if you like, do. If you like, do. No. Okay. There should be a passion. There should be a drive that is, I need to do this job. I need to do for the sake of my people, for the sake of transparency and accountability.
Okay.
A president will rule finish, and there's there's no accountability. There is no transparency. How many presidents have you seen that after his leadership, the Parliament or the House of Assembly, National Assembly, call him or her and start checkmating the things he did? They don't do it now. That's why when this one comes into power, he do as he likes. If there are all these things in place, imagine Donald Trump as when he was after his leadership. Biden called him for transparency. There was some things, and do you understand? And he came to court. He answered for it. Now
those countries, they have system. I will still boil it back to system.
But we too have a system.
Our system, we don't have a working system.
Working system. We actually have a system.
Maybe it's a criminal system. Yeah, but the truth is that we really don't have a working system, because if you have, as I've said before, the laws should, should capture everybody. Not that, because I am into, power, this thing, it can't be me. I am above this. Now, if, like United States, any of their, persons that are in power, if they do anything that is wrong, they will drop that, whosoever you are.
Exactly.
Like whosoever. So now they have a system that is above. Now that system, that's what is called the country. The system is above everybody in the country. It means that there is a law. They say where there is no law, there is no discipline. So if we have a system that works, that if I do this, I heard of, I think it's China or what country?
North Korea.
If you embezzle money, but with your own self, you go and do something to yourself, so that because of the shame, you don't want to bring that shame to your family. Because if they are the one that do that thing to you, these people have system that is working. Our country doesn't have system that works. And that's the problem we have. We will keep battling with this kind of thing till Jesus comes.
It's not that we actually
Hold on. If what do you say?
It's not that we actually
what's the system we have?
It's just that the
democracy
is not working.
Like this, what I'm saying is that let there be a system. Me as a president, I should be under that system. That's what will prompt me to do the right thing. That's why we could see anybody This one will finish his governors, whatever. He will carry the money he wants to carry and go. The one that is in the Senate will do whatsoever that pleases him. So there's nothing that is, there's nothing like penalty for,
penalty.
Yeah, penalty for what I have done or what as Bright has said.
I think there's
we should always checkmate. Everything that if I sit in this office, you want to
leave the
take position of me. Let there be a transparency. Let all the world see that this is what I've given to you. This is how I've spent this money. This is what has gone wrong or gone well. Right. Now there should be a transparency between
there's actually laws that do that. It's just that it is not being effective.
Have you also said that one law actually catch people?
I think
the short break first. And we'll be back. We'll talk more about it. Stay tuned with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is The Conversation, and we are speaking about the standard of living, especially the cost of living in Nigeria. And I have some amazing guests with you that we have been talking about it. So we'll let's on with the system of governments. Let's continue from there. So like you said, that the system of governments we don't have. We do have system. Yeah. If you check our constitution, we have. Some are working. Yes. I cannot fully say we don't have a working system, because now our viewers, especially people at the law sector, they will tell you this law is working, this law is this and that. But Mr. What do you think about the system of government?
If Nigeria has not happened to you, you will not understand. You will not know what is happening in this country. The system is working, but it's working for the 1%. That's who are the 1%, the rich and the politicians. For instance, this former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano,
yes,
his party is Apoga. So after his leadership, he came down. Right now, he's still going to court. So imagine if he was in APC, his sins will be forgiven. Just like they say, come to can you just say it once you are in APC?
So now they will call that
your sins will be forgiven.
I'm still
because you said imagine if he was in APC.
I'm still to understand what you're trying to say. If that is a system, if that is a system, you shouldn't compare that. What is going on, as you call it, a system,
yes, compared to
what is going on.
That's what I'm saying. We have to actually have a working system, but the working system is for the 1%.
We have a system, not working one. Yeah, we have a system, but not working one. Because if it's working, everybody is so clear to everybody that you embezzle money that is meant for people, is meant for your state, is meant for the country. You understand? So you shouldn't say that, because we have a system, now you are going to court, of which everybody knows that this thing doesn't belong to you. You took it. What is being called? If you take something that is not of your own, it's called theft. Yes. So now you keep beating around the bush about this matter. You know that when they go to court,
yes,
they will use their money to sort it.
Use that same money they stole to sort themselves out.
So it's because the law system is not working.
It's not. They have a system that favors them. Because I believe it's go to Lagos, go to any other state and see jungle justice. People will. I've watched a video online before that the guy stole. I think not even. Let's say stole. Gari, they call it Gari, just to eat. I think foodstuff. They are about burning him. I have to just scroll the video because I can't watch it. Now, this is someone that is feeling hungry. Now, you will sit in the office with AC blowing your bad hair. Now, you're not saying that you are in court trying to, justify yourself of what you know that is wrong. That's what I'm saying. If this system literally work, there will be nobody, no one will escape the system that works. Now, before you do anything that is illegal,
you think twice.
In fact, let's even come to housing sector, since we are talking about standard of living. Housing sector.
We're coming to that. But you can chip in.
In this Abuja like this, for instance, now you can't even get. In fact, to get a house, a comfortable house, for you to say you want to get a comfortable house, I don't even want to go as big, like you want to get a comfortable house, you should be talking about $1 million, which it was not so before.
Okay, so from the sector,
for instance, imagine a civil servant, a civil servant, or for instance, imagine a civil servant
that earns 82,000.
That earns 82,000. and you are expecting the person to how would the person get the money? How would the person rent such a house? It's bad.
Okay.
So,
moving aside from there, let me chip in this question to you. You said people are complaining about the cost of living, you know, the standard of life living.
Yes.
But the other time, you also said suffering gets categories. You understand? It gets levels. So what are those people that are complaining? What are those groups? What are the groups complaining? What are the people that are not complaining? So just like the way, you know, an housing sector is a perfect example for that. So that's why I wanted to ask that question, that, okay, these people complaining, they will have the housing problem. The groups not complaining, definitely they will own a property. So let's differentiate the levels, the categories of the people complaining or the people not complaining. So we're starting first.
So what you are trying to say in essence is that there are levels of complaints.
Yes.
There are people that complain higher. There are people that complain medium. There are people that complain lower.
Exactly.
See, these are the problem we're having. You see, if he never touch you, you don't know how it did to another person.
That's so.
If it has not gotten to you, you don't know. That, you know, when COVID-19 came, I kind of loved that period a lot. This one is COVID-19 had no.
It humbles a lot of people.
It was for the big men. It was for the poor men.
There was nothing like big men.
There was all hands on deck. Everybody was working to look for solution in order for him or her not to be infected.
Yes.
Do you understand? No. Now, why? Thank God for some state governors have started doing something. Like last week, Governor of Ebonyi State, in fact, he said that from 2026, there's nothing like house agent again, because these are the problem we are having in our houses.
Wow,
now,
that's nice.
Some of these big men, maybe some of them must have root money to be able to get a house of their standard, of their choice. And now, as they've lose that money and they will rent a house of 2 million, someone that his salary is not that huge enough to rent a house can't even manage to get such a house. Now, if you are talking about bringing it to the standard, I think the government should look into all this and create a way. Yes, everybody mustn't be rich. Yes, everybody mustn't be rich, but it should also make the environment and the society a place and comfortable place for your citizens, because these are the people you vowed.
These things
you made an oath
to start the what's it called, the system to every sector, to every aspect of the country, both housing, education,
economy,
etc., feeding, blah blah blah. There should be, you know, people that is being allocated to this part.
Of course,
now, in
you
Abuja
know, there are organizations and there are ministries that are involved in all those
Abuja
things.
now, both the one that is doing well, that is earning 400, 500,000, still complains, because how will I use all the money I'm making to rent a place? Now, you still pay bills.
Yes.
Water bill, light bill, other bills, family bills. You understand? Now, is it that you want these less privileged people to leave the country? So we know that, this is a place of the rich the rich people. Or what exactly is the government doing? Because look at Nelson Wike, that man. Just imagine, since he has been appointed to that post, that man is doing well.
working.
He has a system of his own. You understand? So he cannot say, he will allocate a place for you to go and fix or repair the road or something. He will come there by himself. I heard he come to Duse to check a place. Like they said, maybe something was, blocking the road, pattern. He has to come to that place. When last have you heard of government people, whatsoever they are, that some of them don't even know the road to where they are being minister over?
Wow. I won't even need to say this, so that in case if the governor should hear it, will sit up. Governor of on Monday went to Maraba. That is, I know that road belongs to Nasarawa State government.
Yes.
Like the road is very, very bad.
They're actually working on it.
Working on it for how many months? If they actually what I saw, that road doesn't look like what they are working on it. No, they will tell you now that it's rainy season. This is rainy season. Road is going on, construction road is going on in FCT, and the work is going on every day. But as of Monday, this month that just passed, that road is still bad, very bad, because we went to visit someone.
So now just imagine that kind of man, that kind of
the governor
Wike now is being, given time. It's from little things we will entrust you with bigger things.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's being given time to do some kind of things. Now, we forget about the tribe, forget about wherever it's coming from.
Yeah.
As long as Nigerians sees that, okay, this person
is doing
understand the people, they don't care. They don't really care. All these, Hausa will be the one to lead us. Europe, nobody cares about that. The world has, grown that level, that stage.
Level.
You understand?
Yes.
So what we are saying is that when you have been appointed to a place to do it. I'm not saying that there are no good governors. I mean, governor or people in power. There are people that actually have, humanity in their mind.
Yes.
But we are talking about if you have been appointed in a place, don't go there because you want to, gather generational wealth. Yes, do what you want to do, but ensure that people they put you, as they put you over. Ensure that you do what you're supposed to do, to make life better for them. A lot of things are happening in this country that it's not even supposed to be so. So before you fix a place, fix your house, like fix the office you are. If you know that you want to have a say as a president, I'm sorry to say, I'm just saying, everybody with his own opinion.
Yes.
If you know you have something to say, or you want to have something to say, ensure that you are under a law that even when you misbehave, that thing will affect you. Now, people will be scared of doing things that are wrong. Why? Because they know that whenever I go astray of this, this line, I can't cross. There are things I can't cross. There are things I can't do. Those are the things that have helped other countries. You understand? Those are the things that have helped other countries. So you shouldn't say, because I am in power, I can do anything. I can remove this one now and put this one because of he needs to carry out an assignment for me. So some kind of crazy things going on in this country. So we should understand the place of humanity. Your legacy is very important. I believe if you're a Yoruba person, you understand that my name should be protected, regardless. I don't mind dying on saying the truth or doing the right thing. Why? Because they know that your name is very valid. So ensure that you protect the generation that is to come, because what you do today will affect. They might see a generation to come in the nearest future, and they will do things to them because of the way you treated their forefathers.
Exactly.
So things happen. So ensure that before you take any step, think about future. Okay, what will happen if I carry these steps? Don't tell me that you guys don't know that things are happening in this country and you are just blind to it. It doesn't concern us. After all, people will die. When people die, President Donald Trump did something today. Something happened with a preacher. He was shot, and immediately it means that every life matters. Every life matters. If it's to be another place now, before the president will even hear, it might be after 5 days. You understand? So if you know that the workload is much, allocate, ensure that you share these things out to people. You be in charge of information. If you know that you are not capable of it, remove the person there, because your time matters. That moment you have to spend with us matters a lot. So don't say, if I didn't accomplish my aim, okay, maybe in time of fixing this country, I will try in the next years to come, maybe in the next election. What if you are not opportunity to see the election? So ensure that every moment, every time, every season counts. Ensure that you are doing something to help people. That's what we are saying. If Nigerians are being fed well, if Nigerians are surviving well, if they have shelter, they won't have any right to complain. Why? Because they are okay.
Yeah, comfortability is actually
comfortability is there. They are well to do. But you can't expect someone that have not eaten like 2 days. You expect him to see. Let's move on
for the government side. Actually,
for instance, now the government is begging people should go and register for their voter for voters card. Do you know why a lot of persons are feeling less concerned? Because they feel like, one, their vote doesn't count. Two, what is the essence of getting my voter's card to vote for someone who doesn't care about me? You know, I keep telling people that this government don't understand Nigerians. Nigerians are not asking you for much.
Yeah.
You see electricity, fix it. You see water issue, fix it. You see road, fix it. You see the basic things like let fuel price be at a normal. Nobody will disturb you. Whatever you want to do it.
Right.
You see those basic things. When they want to, when the Nigerian enter his car, come out, and the road is good for him. The environment, there is security, there is like if all this is put in place,
we are so blessed in the country, like so blessed.
So and it's not like we are hardworking people. Do you understand? If these things are being put in place, forget it, nobody will disturb you.
Okay, let's move aside from the government aspect. Let's move to as an individual. You understand? You know, this standard of living pertains to an individual. As an individual, as a family, we know that some people are being creative, hardworking, and their innovations has been able to place them among multitude, has been able to give them a good deals, have been able to live a comfortable life to some extent. But what happens to those people who mainly sit down and complain? What will you say to those? Because you like you were saying that if government provide all the basic necessity, we have hardworking peoples, and I said that some people's hardworking has paid off, and they're able to escape through the challenges, even though everybody is facing it one way or the other. But there are levels to the suffering. And some people, they're able to live comfortable through their hard work without the help of the government. So those people that just merely sit down and complain that, since the government is not putting in efforts, I'll wait till the government puts in effort, which we all know government cannot solve our problems 100%. But they have the larger percentage to solve the problem. So what will you say to all those people complaining, Mr. Emmanuel?
Well, what I would say to people complaining, are you talking about complaining of, the country is bad or they can't survive?
Yes, and they can't survive. Both. They are complaining about the bad country, and they are not even trying to make things better for themselves. So that's why I said as an individual.
Well, as an individual in the country, I feel everybody should, own up to what you can do best. You shouldn't say because the government is not doing well, I won't say it's bad, because at least they are trying their best. So you won't say because of the country is not that standing well, you now say, let me add to the problem. As Bright has said the other time, a lot of citizens, we actually add to the problem of the country, because when we talk about sympathy, when you have human sympathy, there's a place of even when he said, there will be subsidy, in the fuel sector, you shouldn't have something on ground and increase the price immediately.
Exactly.
You understand? You shouldn't do that. Now this is you being considerate. If everybody could think like that, okay, because this thing is like this, because Nigerians we are just that's us we will always remain Nigerians. Nigerians always see where opportunities, pointing, they will just grab it. They don't want to care of the repercussion. They don't care who is falling, who is suffering. They don't care, and that spirit has been roaming around in our this country. You might have a house full of rice, and in the moment they say, rice just got increased, though. Some people will not even sell it. I've heard of these things. A lot of they won't sell it. They'll wait, or let's give it. That's when you hear them saying, let's give it 2 weeks. If you increase past like that, you understand? Why? Because they want to make money. You bought this thing 1 naira, now you're making 10 naira on it. So those kind of things. Some will tell me that, that's a way of me being successful. You shouldn't call that being successful, because you know that you didn't buy this thing. There should be sincerity. There should be transparency. Like when I buy this thing of 1 naira and you make 2 naira on it, that's excess gain. That is okay. But that's when you see most of us will say. So I believe everyone should just balance this equation. If you're adding to the problem of this country, please remove yourself from the problem. You understand? Ensure that you pull yourself out of it. If you are not working, you are being a liability. ensure that you find something doing. So we won't just put everything on the government. Yeah, we will touch the place of the government. We'll touch the place of the citizens.
Exactly.
Why? Because the two, they work
hand in hand. Yeah.
You understand? They work hand in hand. So let's ensure that, okay, this thing, I'm doing my part. So when anything will come, we'll know that, okay, yes, I have done my own part. Now, they've not done their own. Or they've done their own, you've not done your own. So this thing should work together. They should work together. It shouldn't mean that one part is doing their best and you are pulling it down. You understand? When it comes to cost of living, ensure that you are reasonable. You should be reasonable to every aspect of living. Don't be a liability to the country. Yeah, don't be a liability to the country.
Mr. Emmanuel, we had to do.
I feel like we Nigerians, we should help ourselves. Bible says we should be our brother's keeper. Do you understand? The standard of living, we find ourselves in a kingdom or in an environment of greedy and selfish people, and in order for us to navigate through that, we must try to create a difference. What did I mean by try to make a difference? If you've seen that your brother is in need of help, he needs your help, you help him. Now, you talked about people that are not doing anything. Yes, government will do everything for you, but it is still the work of government to provide for the citizen. Because what is the essence of taxing the citizen? What is the essence of taking our tax? What is the essence of the mineral resources you export, the gains that you made out of it? It's still for the citizen. It's still for the Nigerian. So let's not dispute the fact that government have work to do. You have work to do before you feel relax and say that.
So are you still holding on that people can merely relax and complain? Because government cannot do 100%.
We're not saying people should.
I get your own point. I'm trying to understand.
Let me tell you something. I have to remove my glasses to say this.
All right.
Do you know that when you go to some countries, there are some persons that if they decide not to work for 1 year, they will still be receiving stipends from the government.
But this is Nigeria.
No. I'm just we've made this kind of is becoming a pattern. Someone will have to tell you government will provide. It's the responsibility of government, for crying out loud. It's their duty to provide for the citizen. I'm not a fan of laziness. I'm a fan of here. I'm still a fan of you doing something with your hands. That is what Bible said. But in as much as that, let government don't feel over the last or feel comfortable because I'm not supposed to provide for you. What are you doing there as a governor? What are you doing there as a president? Why do you swear an oath that you are meant to be there for your president? In fact, let's stop packaging or try to prepare the government will do this. Maybe we copy foreigners. We copy them, right? Why can't we copy the good part? It's only the bad part. Foreigners are only. Our government has got to tell us that we are not the only country in debt. No. They have to go to tell the citizens that we are not the only country in debt. They also borrow. When they borrow, do you also checkmate? Ask yourself, what do they do with the money? They make sure they put the money back to the system in order for the benefit of the citizen. Our own will borrow. Where are you seeing the money? Last week, US gave us almost $30 billion aid because of the hunger in Nigeria. I bet you and I won't see that money. No, let's stop importing some things. Government is your duty to work. It's your duty to provide for your citizen. People are suffering. You see, the Nigerian population is so much and so high that even if this government say they want to be sending 50,000 naira every day to each citizen, Nigeria won't be broke because the money we have in this country is excess. This money goes to one person's pocket, and the person takes it. At the end of the day, the person dies with it. So, me, I'm the fan of citizen. You should work. Government, you should work. Both should work.
No problem.
To make the country a better place.
Both should work. Both should work that way. But let's end with this. So how can Nigeria help themselves with this situation? Now we are in the situation. We know that government needs to do better.
Good.
We understand the standard of living is not increasing. It's not even doing well. It's very costly. So how can Nigeria help themselves?
For instance, now, there's what we call, there's a system Igbo people always adopt. They call it apprentice system. Do you understand? It's essentially when a child is small, they give out that child to someone. Maybe they give out the child at the age of 5 years, and they give it to a man, a billionaire, a rich man, and say, my son is going to serve you. This one is someone that did not go to school. I'm still coming to education aspect. Give out to the child. They'll say, yeah, my child is going to serve you 5 years. After serving him, you settle him. He or she is now advanced to start his or her own business. And they've been using this system for so long, and it's working for them. That is why if you go to Southeast, go to Lagos, where people, they still make use of this system, and they call it OBN, like a brother help a brother. Okay. So it's a way of empowering someone. Coming to the education sector, the world is looking for variable men. So the value you give out to money responds to value. The value you give determines what you get. So now, if you've gone to school and you are sure that you actually allowed school to pass through you, now there is what you can, if there's no job anywhere. For instance, you studied engineering in school and you didn't get a job, you can as well decide to go to a company or they give out yourself. I read about the twins, Okudenian, they are twins. Okay, Printivo, if you remember, there's a company, Printivo, in Nigeria. It's one of the successful printing press in Nigeria. He said something. He said that when he wanted to upgrade himself, he searched for a job in all these bigger companies. He couldn't get. Do you know what he did? He devoted himself for service. He served, and at the process of serving them, they didn't pay him more. He acquired a knowledge that he couldn't. With their help, he leveraged on their name and skyrocketed. In fact, these are the part of the things that made him who he is now. Now, if job is not there, there is something God has placed inside you that makes you unique. The way I speak is not the way you speak. The way you do things is not the way I do things. So you need to discover your purpose for you to be able to fly. So when you discover your purpose, you'll be able to fine-tune it with the help of the education you've gotten. Because there's a post I made. I say education doesn't give you wealth. Your gift gives you wealth. So when you discover your gift, what God has placed inside you, that is what pushes you. Some likes of Cosmas Madoka, he will tell you that he never went to school, but he discovered what was inside him. He pushed for it. Now he's well known. So let's ability to discover what you have in you, use it for your gratification, use it for your growth, and be able to give out value. And
thank you very much. So, Mr. Emmanuel, what do you think Nigeria can do from that in 1 minute, please?
Well, what I would say in general is that the government should know what they are doing, and they should understand that to every post you might find yourself, there's no time. There's no time. Ensure that you do what you're supposed to do at every given position you might find yourself. For the citizen, don't be lazy. Yeah, one of our past presidents said we are lazy youth. We are not lazy because the last time we checked, none of them has feed us. We're still feeding ourselves. Yeah, and none of them has say, oh, there's this, little money that you deserve as a citizen. So what I would just say to the citizens is that we should understand the place of, okay, I am a citizen. I have nobody to help me. I should help myself. Do not do something that is illegal. Ensure that you do things that are, clean and pure. And yeah, let's all remember, both the government and the citizens, that we owe God first to anything we're doing. Okay. God bless.
Thank you very much. I would love to thank our guests, Mr. Bright and Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you so much for coming. And to our viewers, thank you for watching the conversation. Above all, Nigeria's standard of living is affected by various circumstances, economic, social, infrastructural challenges. However, currently, we have potentials for growth and development. We draw the curtain here. I'm Beatrice Okimberley. Goodbye.